Hello everyone, this is Maria from Maria's Crafting Corner. I'm so glad you're here. I see Sus, is it Susie or Sus? Just let me know, Susie. I am so glad you're here. I am so excited. As you know, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little new with the whole live thing, so be nice with me and help me. Actually, all your feedback helps me improve and get better, right? So I have today a super cute card, kind of keeping up with the step cards that I've been making. Let's call it a workshop. um, this is a 5-step card, and I saw this card in Pinterest from a, I don't know if she's a Stampin' Up demonstrator. It didn't look like she was, but her website is called Iced Images, in case guys want to go ahead and check it out. Really, really cool things that she has. And I followed some of her instructions. I, in the end, put a little bit of mine, and I did the 8 by 10, and I'll explain a little bit more later, but I did create a template for a 7 by 5 card, so you're able actually to mail it in just a regular A7 envelope. So super excited. If you are new to my channel, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And if you're kind enough, give it a thumbs up. You know we need it for YouTube. And if you like the videos, I would appreciate you subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell. I was going to say bottle. Bell, in case you want to know when I'm going live. As you may know, I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I have been for like 6 7 months. I think time is going faster than I can count. And so really I would like to just let you know that the new catalog is coming, and if you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. Just send me an email to maria@mariascraftingcorner.com, and I would love to send you a free copy. um, I see, Sus. I have to look at my comments on my computer. Unfortunately, for some reason, they're not popping up here in my stream thingy. So I'm sorry about that. I see that you made one of fanciful for your granddaughter. You know what? I would love to see that. You should post a picture somewhere. I don't know if it's allowed in YouTube. I don't think so. But I would love to see it. Really, really. That sounds super exciting. Okay. So I don't want to have like this delay. Let's head to the craft table. Ooh, okay. So I know we've worked on several step cards, the center one, the side step cards, the 3-step cards, and today we're going to work on a 5-step card. Now, I just want to put out there that I am kind of a, what would be the right word? I am a very obsessed person with over decorating. So you don't have to follow all these steps in case, just in case, just letting you know. I do love paper. I guess I have this addiction, and so I really just go on and find my paper and put my paper, but that does not have to be you. Now, for these fall, just as for any other, I have all the measurements will be in the description below. And if you later on go to my website, let's say in about an hour and a half, the PDF tutorial will be ready for you. I think I do a whole lot better when I am on the video trying to explain, just, you know, Spanish speaking and all. But if you, in case you wanted just to download it and have those measurements there handy, okay? So do me a favor, when we're done, go ahead and download that one. So this is Night of Navy. And I am going to cut these. This is just a regular 8.5 by 11, and we're going to cut, let me extend these here, we're going to cut at the 8-inch mark here. And we are going to cut, just turn it around, and we're going to cut at 10 inch. And I am sorry I'm using this dark color because it will be a little bit harder to see when I'm using my ruler here. But I saw on Pinterest a card that is not like this fold, but it had blue and gold, and we all know I like gold very much, you know, so I had to go for it. Here's my template. You will get something cleaner in the PDF tutorial, but this is what it looks like. So I'm going to have my cheat sheet here so I can look at it in case I have a doubt. If you're just joining me, please let me know where you're from and how are you doing today. Okay, so we are going to use the 8 side, and we are going to put it against our trimmer, and we are going to put it at 1.5. Okay, so there's the 1.5 inch mark, and we are going to cut, and I know it's super hard to see, it's even hard for me to see, so we are going to cut from 3 to 7. Okay, first cut. And now we are going to get up and move to the 3 inch mark, and we are going to cut from 4 to 8. And again, I'm super sorry because it's hard to see here what I'm doing, especially, let me try to see, maybe if I get a little closer, maybe that's a little better. Would that be better? Okay, let's hope it is. And so now we're at the 3 inch mark. We're going to move all the way to the 5 inch mark and do the same cut from 4 to 8. And always remember, it's a whole lot better to not go all the way when you're cutting. It's always, I always say, it's always easier to use your snips if you are shy a few, would be 1/8 of an inch or whatnot. So let me move this a little bit. And now we're going to move to the 6.5 inch mark, and we are going to cut from 3 to 7 again. Okay, I don't know, can you see it? Okay, there's all our cuts. Also, I just had a brand new light. I hope that works a little better. I think it gives a better light, but I can see it here reflected on my trimmer. So I hope the shine is not too bad. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it, get on this edge, also on the longer edge, but we are going to be mindful of getting on, I'm gonna say it this way, on the bigger side. So this needs to match with 3 inch. What I'm trying to say is, and I know sometimes I'm complicated, we're going to score now, and so we're going to put it our let me move this a little bit closer. Let me move a little bit, no, not closer, a little bit further away. Okay, you still can see, it seems to me. Please let me know if you can see well. So we're going to move to the 3 inch mark, and we are going to score. Okay, so let me put mark cutting out because we all know I make mistakes very often. So we're going to score from the edge to the first cut. There's 1, and then we're going to go all the way down and score from the bottom edge to the last cut, right? And that's at 3. Now we're going to move 1 inch, so 4, all the way to 4, and we're going to score between the cuts. And I know it's harder to see. Let me move a little bit here. Is that better? We're going to cut from, oh my goodness, I can't speak today. I'm so sorry. We're going to score between these 2 cuts. So between the first one, and we're going to move into the other 2 cuts, and we're going to score in between them. Okay, and now we're going to move to this 5 inch mark, and we're going to score in the middle. in the center panel. So between those two middle cuts, and I hope that makes sense. Let me show you. So this is the middle panel. I don't know how to call it, a center panel, a middle panel, but this is the one I'm referring. So far we have a score at 3, at 4, at 5, okay? And now we're going to open our arm because yes, we're going to keep scoring. We're going to go to 6. And now we're going to score again from the top to the first cut all the way to the bottom to the last cut. And now we're going to move to the 7-inch mark, and we're going to cut again between these two panels, between these two cuts. So here's one, and here's the other one. And now, so we're moving 1 inch at a time. We're moving to the 8-inch mark, and we're going to score from the edge to that second cut, and from the bottom edge to that other second cut. Does that make sense? Okay, so this is what we have. 3, 4, 5 in the middle, 6, 7, and then 8 all the way. And as you can tell, I didn't really go all the way in my 8th-inch mark. I'm a little shy there, so I'm just gonna go and go a little bit so it's easier for me to fold, because what it is harder in this card, so believe it or not, we're done cutting the card. That's all we need. What I have found harder, honestly, it's the folding. So technically it's going to be mountain, valley, mountain, okay? And for those that are new to card making, this is mountain. That makes sense, right? And this would be valley. So towards you and away from you, okay? Now, let's be patient. So I found that folding this one in the middle makes it a little easier, and folding the ones up top to fold the rest. But seriously, I've had big issues folding these because it's got a lot of different folds at different times. So once we have those, kind of just helping them to know that that's where they're going to go softly. We're going to go with the valley ones. So these are the valley ones, and we're going to go softly because these, I tend to fold this one without, and it doesn't need to be folded, right? So there's one, we're folding this one again, just letting them know that that's the way they have to go. This is the next one, and here's the last one. Oops, we're almost making it. And finally, softly, we have to do the front one. And now, it kind of forms itself. Almost, there it goes. Happy. It's a happy one. Now we need to bring our bone folder because as you can tell, it doesn't like it. So we really need to go with our bone folder, increase those folds. We're just telling the paper where it needs to go. Otherwise, it will have a hard time getting in the position we want it to be. And that is this one. Okay, so that's our card. Super, super cool. It's really good to use for using your scraps. Really good. So worth it. Okay, so we have it. Now, like I have mentioned in the past, I do like paper, and this one I cut a lot of pieces to it. So I do hope that you're patient with me. All those measurements will be down below. So let me tell you what we're going to be working with. I am going to be using Artistically Inked today. I really love these flowers, and more than that, I really love the dies. And these dies, I'm going to be using this die a lot today, which is awesome. Beautiful, beautiful, just to create very cool cards. Okay, and I am going to be using this one. This is a celebration one stamp set. I really like it, and I just like it because it has so many just sentiments. But this one is the one I'm going to be using. It says I couldn't wait for a special occasion. Okay, so these are the ones. Now paper wise, I'm going to be using the Abstract Beauty, which is in our mini catalog. Really beautiful paper. I'm not going to be using a ton of it. You'll see here in a second how it's going to look like. So let's start. Let me make sure I have all the pieces I need. These are my front pieces, and I will not tell you what they are because I don't know them by memory. I can tell you that all of them are a eighth difference from the card base. So we have the card base, an eighth smaller, and then an eighth smaller. Okay, and I hope this does not get too shiny there. So let me grab my Stampin' Seal Plus, and we're going to put a Stampin' Seal Plus in our designer series paper and put that on our gold, and this one goes in the front. Okay, and this is just gluing really. I know it's a little bit tedious, but I did want to cut the card with you because that's the important piece of the card, of course. Okay, so we have the first one. Now the next ones are going to be gold, and these are, by the way, all these panels are the same size, so you will be able to just cut all of them if you're going to use the same. I think I don't like that reflection very much. I'm trying to see if that works a little bit better. Maybe. Okay, so we're going to add all these. I'm going to add just the middle panels, and the way to do that is obviously extend your card, right? Because it's so much easier, and put your first one, and then we'll do the same thing with the second one, and you'll see how this is going to work here in a minute. I think it's going to look really cute. Okay, and the last one is, this is also that blue paper. So this is the actual sheet from Abstract Beauty. I just love this one, and we are going to use these two panels for the rest. Oops. For the rest of it, let me move this a little closer and just mat it there. Again, they're just an eighth smaller. And same with this one. Thank you for being here. If you are new to my channel, please let me know. If you are watching, I would love to know who you are, and if this is your first time catching a live, I'm very new at this, so I really appreciate your support. And we are going to go ahead and put this one in here. And the last one is going to go on the other side. And that's that for that. Okay, so I said already, I already apologize because I'm over decorating, but I'm going to put these in here, and actually these are going to go here. We're just going to create some fun in here real quick. Let me move this a little bit towards there, and that way I can put. Okay, that's one of the reasons why I love my crafting, my silicone crafting sheet is just the best thing out there. No no way to say it differently. It helps to keep your desk or your workspace much cleaner. Um, so it's worth using it. And this one goes in here. And this one goes on the other side. And like I said, this is really the back of the steps, so you don't see them very well. But it's been my experience that if you don't do that, then you are not able to see well how it, I mean, like when you open it, it's just, again, my OCD kicks in, and it always kicks in when I'm crafting. So I guess I wish I have the same OCD when I'm cleaning, but it doesn't. So just saying. Okay, so now we're going to work on our stamp. This is going to be a very simple one. All it's going to say is a hello. And then we're going to have the one that says, I couldn't wait for a special occasion. And this is for a very special lady that is my mom's friend. And she's just such a great support for my mom that I wanted to make something special for her. So I want to put this in one corner, and I'm going to put it in one corner because my hope is that we're going to create some decorations, and you're going to help me hopefully either in the middle or either on the side. We'll see. Okay. It does have, of course, a gold one that goes on that side, and then we'll mat it with this. So very simple stamping, not a whole lot of extra work here for the sentiment anyways. And there it goes, super simple. Now we can adhere these to the piano, because it's been my experience that if I do it beforehand, I'm sorry about that reflection, that's awful. If I do it beforehand, then it just does not work well. And that did not go as planned, obviously. So that happens, crafters, when you, sometimes it happens. So let's be creative here and let's work on another piece. Thankfully, I have my cheat sheet close to me and I can see what I need to cut. I'm sorry about that, but that's the reality of crafting. Nothing is perfect. This piece is 8 by 10. This is already half, I mean an inch, oh my goodness, an eighth of an inch smaller. So we're going to make this an eighth of an inch smaller too. And that means that it is going to be 7 3/4 by 1 3/4. So let's cut the 1 3/4 because that's going to be probably easier. And let's move to 7 3/4, right? Okay, real quick, we are going to go ahead and bring that hello back, and hopefully we'll do a good job. And this time I'll be more careful, I promise, or I hope. Okay, so I was going to say that I have had such a hard time doing this, and it looks like there's a reason for it. For some reason, it's so long, I just can't do it correctly. And as you could tell, that was a true statement. Ah, there it goes. Well, third time's a charm, right? Let's put this one here. I'm going to put a little bit there on that end and bring our piano. And then we're going to put that one there. Calculating just a little bit above, so we have a little bit of that blue looking through. Okay, there we go. Ah, not yet. I was feeling so successful. Okay, there's how it goes. So that is our card. Isn't that super simple? What do you guys think so far? I'm sorry, I didn't think that that was going to be so glaring. So here comes the fun part. Actually, I wanted to put this one in here. Would I be able to fix it? Maybe. Why not? Why not try it? We have to try it. Okay, I'm going to put just a tiny bit of glue in this and see. I cut about probably like 15 inches of these golden shimmer ribbon, and it is called the shimmer ribbon, gold shimmer ribbon. Huh, I was right about that. Super useful. I do, as you can tell, I do like gold. It's one of my things. I really like it. And so let's see if we can get these to go underneath. Where's my magic wand? Magic wand to the rescue. There we go. Look at that. I think I'm going to have some luck in spite of my previous disaster and be able to put this one there. Okay. So we're tightening it a little bit, right? I'm going to lift these up a little, and this one goes in there. And I can see that it does not go all the way, so I'm actually going to go back, cut another piece, move that out of the way, and put some more glue, and go for it. Okay. So in a perfect world, I would have not done these the wrong way, but mine is definitely not a perfect world. And I can see that there's a corner here that is kind of not sticking. So I'm going to put a little bit of our Stampin' Seal Plus, and same here. Just a tiny bit. Okay, we got it. We made it. Now, I do have my stuff cut, but I wanted to show you how I made these flowers. So I'm using Night of Navy and the crumb and soft suede, sorry, for these two. And what I am using is a dauber, and I don't know if you guys have used that and if you know about that technique, but I'm going to show you here. I'll just go ahead and stamp on my soft suede, and kind of with my dauber will calculate where I want it, right? And so I want to go, let's say, like this, kind of making some emphasis on the middle, and that will give us a nice combination. I was also, this middle is part of a, but you can just do that and have it. I have these, I just wanted to show you more or less how I created that, okay? But of course, since this card has so many pieces to it, I had already obviously die cut my stuff because I don't want us to be here forever and a day. Although I love hanging out with you guys. Yeah, I know. So this is what I did. This is navy blue too. I die cut it, run it through my embossing machine. It's awesome. And we are going to create some blue in here to create contrast, okay? So let's see. And of course it's too big, but we're going to play with it a little bit here and a little bit there. And I am thinking, let's see, is 3 too many? Let's start with 3. I just want to make sure that it will fit. Okay, Look at that. What do you guys think? I really, really like this idea. And I could have used I don't really know how are they called. This is awful. But that not plastic. That oh my God. Those, okay, I can't think of their name right now, but it's the one that you can lay in with them and you kind of create a sticker. I promise I will do my homework better. So what we're going to do is we are going to locate it in a way, and I am using all my hand, and I am bringing a little piece of just a little piece of paper, just so I can clean that, and I will use also my magic wand if I need to clean that up. Okay, that way, because that's one of the reasons I don't like about doing this, but that I think looks great. And now we have to put this one, and we need to make sure we are able to create something like that one. So let's start with, and if you hear my dog, yes, he likes to bark, and he is a big dog, so you will absolutely hear when he's barking. Can you hear him? I'm so sorry about that. That is so funny. Anyways, we are going to see if this one fits. So this one is too wide. Let's go ahead and reconstruct this. We're going to snip this one off and glue these two, maybe. Nope. We're going to reconstruct it all the way. Oh, you know what? Nope, nope, nope. I have another one I did cut. I like the fact that these one are already kind of that way. So we're just going to snip these ones and we're going to glue it again. Yeah. Okay. Wish me luck. So there's not too much of a mess. We always say that our dog starts barking when his favorite human pops around. And that's my daughter, because he just loves her. Okay, so here we go. We're going to pop it to the other side. We're going to squish it again. And I can see that it's lacking. That was not supposed to happen, but let's go grab it. Put a little bit more glue on those areas that matter. Try to put them back again in a line with the other marks. We're going to use, here we're going to use our magic wand to clean. One of the reasons I absolutely love my Take Your Pick. It was one of the tools that got me involved with Stampin' Up. You may not believe it, but it is. It was. There were 3 tools that I fell in love with. The trimmer, the magic wand, and the bone folder. Those were the first 3 tools I got from Stampin' Up when I started as a demonstrator. So there's that. Okay, so we have our flowers, leaves. Oops, I'm sorry about all that noise. We're going to put this down. And if you want a really good dispenser, I don't know if you were able to see how tiny those dots are in the that comes from the glue. Super useful for those intricate dies and things that we need to you know, glue in. I have a link to this one. This is a bigger one, and I got it on Amazon. If you want it, they're linked below. So here is where the magic is supposed to happen. I have this one in blue, and then I have this one in, you like it? Oh, I thank you. You know what? I really like it. I am not sure. Which one do you think it looks better? The one that's mixed and matched or the blue one? I'm not sure which one I like the most. But I was thinking blue just so there's more contrast to it. And yes, I did cut tons of them. Because I always fear that I'm going to have to like work at, you know, like miss or not have enough, and so I cut tons of stuff I'm going to need. I did cut some of the other flowers because I was thinking something along these lines. And then there's some blue leaves probably somewhere around there. I have some other leaves like so, and yeah, let's put them there. But I also cut some gold leaves. So I am not sure if I want gold leaves in here. What do you guys think? I think we're going to start with this too. I have this one, this other one too. No, I think I like the blue one better. So it creates more contrast, definitely. So we're going to build this. Although I know I want this one in the middle, we are going to start backwards, right? So kind of like so. We're going to use, but first the leaves. And let's bring my other glue, adored glue. Okay. It's not coming. The multi purpose glue, it's awesome. See, and this is why I love our silicone craft sheet. Can you imagine what a mess I would have made? Ha! Wonderful. It's one of those really, really awesome tools. I'm going to put this one towards and on top, towards the bottom edge, and this one towards the up here towards my hello. Just be mindful that it doesn't go over, right? And this one's going to go around here, I think. And now we're, oops, yep, it's fighting with me. Let's put more glue on it, and let me put that there. Okay, so now we have the other two flowers. I think I'm going to put this one that is all soft suede here, and this one that is a little mixed and match up here. And let's bring the blue one so we can calculate where we really want it. Thankfully, I have some more leaves here that we can put just to offset this. I think that that's how it's going to go. Okay, back to the leaves. And if you're just joining us, please tell us where you're from. And if this is your first time here, I really, really appreciate you joining me. Like I've said before, I am not an expert. I do love making cards. I cannot deny that. And this one up here a little bit, and that way we're going to put this. I think there looks good. And I'm going to, obviously, we'll know I have a love for our dimensionals. I've mentioned that love many times. The only advantage is that this is one whole panel, even if we divided it, so we can just put dimensionals all over the flower. Just be mindful not to put them too close to the edges because it will probably go out there. And I'm going to put about 4 of them. I always dislike the idea of thinking I'm going to send this card and it's not going to make it through. And by the way, this card is going all the way to Costa Rica. So it really needs to stick it too. Okay. Simple but elegant. What do you guys think? What do you think, Susie? And so, of course, here's the inside. And the inside is a lot of work too. So I have all my pieces together here. It makes it long, and I know, and I'm sorry about that. And like I mentioned, I'm an OCD person, and so I definitely should not decorate it all. I'm going to start using our sentiment and stamping it up in here. Like I said, and like you saw earlier, I do need to not risk it. So I'm going to try here to make sure that that is working well, and it is. And let's put it there. And that worked. Look at that miracle. Let's take the disaster zone out of here. And now we're going to just glue our friends in here. Let me close the glue. And of course I lost my Stamping Seal Plus because, oh, I found it. It's okay, people, don't worry. Why not? It always happens. It's the same. It's just so funny. I definitely have to do a better job at keeping my area clean. Okay, and this is going to go in the middle, and we're going to go kind of from the middle to the outside because part of the card, I have it in my brain, but I've not really thought it through, if that makes sense. Okay, there we go, one. And this is the panel that will go up here. So if you see it, it's, oh, I'm glad you like the blue. There's a lot of delay, it looks like, and I don't know if it's because of the software I'm using. I still have to learn a lot about it, it looks like. Ha. Okay, this one will go up here. And it kind of looks very similar to the outside in that sense. Okay, so this is also, these are also an eighth smaller. Okay, and just like before, I have these golden panels that we're going to put here, and we are going to put just like we did in the past, this here, but like I said, we're going to kind of build it backwards. So we are going to put this one in here, and I have, or the set has, not I, has these beautiful flowers that I love. I'm going to clean my stamp here. We want it to last a very long time, and so let's leave it there so it dries, and we're going to work with these stamps a tiny bit. And I'm just going to put one there. Very simple because, so this is why. I have really, really bad handwriting. So, moment of truth. Really bad. Like, my handwriting is awful. I don't know if it's a saying in the United States, but in Costa Rica, they would say that I have, like, the handwriting of a doctor because I guess they're always awful. I have the handwriting without being a doctor, so there's that. So, and it's big. So I need a lot of space in white in order to be able to write all I want to say, and that's why we have it this way. So there's the second panel, and we're going to do the same thing one with this, but we're going to use the soft suede. And now that I think about it, I think that in the instructions I had worked and created I thought it was crumb cake, but it's soft suede. I really like the soft suede because although it is not gold, it kind of does a good job with the gold. Okay, let me take this one out so there's no drama, because we all know me and there's going to be drama. I'm just going to make a mess. And uh-oh, I have glue in my hands. I'm trying to get it off while working, but it's not working very well. Now, if you by any chance get glue on your paper, like I think I just did here, you can always do two things. The first one is disguise it with bling, right? And I do have this eraser, glue eraser. I don't know if you guys have seen it or use it, but it's just wonderful. And I guess this is not glue because this would have taken it off. Yeah, it's not glue. So I just will use bling bling. So far, so good, huh? Okay, we're going to put this one in here. And again. Okay. So far, really liking it. Okay, so my idea is we're going to leave these in gold, and we're going to use a little bit more of those, and then we're going to put these with the designer series paper, and instead of putting any paper here, I'm going to use some of these gold just to mix and match. What do you think, Suze? I really like that idea, I have to say. I have these open. It's just waiting for disaster to happen. And so we are going to glue what I hear, this one, and let's bring a few of these. That would look great. We'll bring our, I wish I did the sticker paper. I don't really know how it's called. This is awful, but I wish I did it because it just creates kind of a sticker instead of using glue, which is probably better when you're using golds, just because gold is hard to work with. Okay, we're going to move it a little bit down, push again. Here's my little piece of paper, just so we can glue it well. And I don't know if you see the disaster here. Let's move it a tiny bit there. And that way, we're able to clean some of that mess. And we're going to go ahead with this one too. Now, these would look gorgeous in, oh, thank you. I'm glad you're liking it. With some other papers. And wait till you see, is my head there? Oops, sorry. The others I made, and I just realized that I really like gold. Because believe it or not, all the others I have some sort of shimmering paper on it, so I need an intervention, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Let me grab my, so this one we're going to have to create it because we no longer have, oops, come on out. We have a rebellious piece there, so we can just create a couple here. So these are just from the previous that we had, and we can put it there. And let me clean that because it's getting all messed up in here. And I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Because of course not, because I'm off focus. Sorry, I'm still learning the trade. Okay, we're going to get one and back again so it sticks. Next time I decide to do this, I will definitely use the paper, sticky paper, however it's called. I don't think I even have any, but that will absolutely make this process a whole lot better and a whole lot cleaner. Okay, there we go. So I can see there in a little bit. And of course I am aware that this is made with love for somebody that I really love, and I am pretty sure she's going to love it. So I'm not that stressed about those tiny, you know, mistakes. But I did mention I'm OCD, so of course it's going to have to be that way. I'm going to struggle until it's sort of mostly almost perfect. Okay, so as you can see, I didn't put this too well. So I'm going to put this one on the side, this side, because it's going to be, I think with all the other stuff, it's just going to be hard to see it. And let's bring the other piece and go for it. And again, I know that I over decorate things, so if you know, this, it's your card when you make it. Do get your stuff, get the stuff that really works for you, and use it. Don't don't over decorate like me. I just have these tendency. I think I'm in love with paper, and I cannot help it. It's like, oh no, I have to put these other color, and how about these other color, and there it goes. And yeah, it's kind of endless. So going back to our leaves, these is offered as a bundle still, but the bundle itself is in the retiring product list. So if you don't have it, go and get it 10% off as a bundle. I have to say there are a couple of stamp sets, well, stamp sets and dies, so the bundle, that I absolutely love. This is one of them. This one and you know, the peach one. I use that one like every other day. It's awful. I know, it's just, again, I'm fairly new to Stampin' Up. I don't have hundreds of stamps, and I do believe in making the most of what you got. So those two stamp sets are very, very useful because they have tiny flowers and the dies. Well, the dies in this case, if you have the paper for the if you have the, it's called the artistically inked paper, you're in for a treat when you use the dies, because there's a specific die that cuts part of the paper, and it's this one. I'm going to bring it just because it's just so beautiful, don't you think? And it just cuts the paper perfectly. And that's one of the wonderful things that Stampin' Up has, right? And it is that it does get all the paper, or you get sometimes the ability to get that paper in a way that cut it with your dies, if that makes sense. I'm sorry, sometimes I blabber too much. Okay, so I'm going to do the exact same thing, and this seems to be a tiny bit. So we're just going to cut it. It's the same size. So when I do that, let me show you. I just put it there, and I go from the bottom to the top, and so that creates resistance with the little edge here, and it works perfectly, and it doesn't move. So there's a little piece. Yeah, I know it's a tiny piece, and again, I know it's too much decoration. You don't have to do what I'm doing. It does look much more finished, if that's a word. It looks finished. Like once you open it, everything is decorated. The only part I'm not decorating is this part. And now that I think about it, I actually could. Okay, this one is also, so mix. Same, just a good tip. Put it where you need it. Hold it against there and use, not that way, use your cutting from the bottom towards the top, and that always works, even in these smaller pieces. Okay, yeah, tiny bit. Okay, I heard something. I hope I'm not dismantling the card on its own now. And we are going to put this one in here, and I'm just going to leave it gold. I think it's got enough craziness for it a little bit, huh? Okay, so I do have some extra flowers, and I had ambition putting some of it around. So I still have one of these, so I can put one here, maybe here. No, they're too thick, I think. Yeah. I don't know. I'm debating. You can probably put it there and just cut these through. What do you think, Suze? Do you think it's worth it to include this one? I like the fact that, you know, you can play a lot because this doesn't move. So you can play a lot with some of these stuff that I have. And I'm going to put this in here. I like that one there. Just kind of off. And then I have a few more individual leaves, all coming from the same see, that looks cute, all coming from the same bundle. Sorry, it's not that I'm not paying attention, I just, it looks like I can't talk and work. So let me use this small one. You mean here? Maybe on top? I like that on top now that you mention. That's a great idea. Is that what you mean, Sus? I like it there. I'm just cleaning my hands because of course I have all the glue all over. Or maybe like so. And I still have another one. It's crazy the amount of stuff I cut. So see, I can't do a whole lot in here because these moves, right? All this is moving. These is the area that does not move, especially up down here. Up here moves a little bit more. So I have to be a little bit more careful. Above, okay. Let's go. Ah, there it is. Let's go there. Ooh, I like it. And of course I'm not putting dimensionals here because we don't want our card to be so thick. I think we're done. Ta-da! There's one, there's the outside, and then there's the inside. I have to say I really like it. Now I have these are the holiday rhinestones, who by the way are also retiring, and they have kind of a yellow, but it's the yellow, but they have this blue, and I keep thinking I want to put something blue somewhere, or maybe just tiny ones in here. You know what, I'm thinking there are other ones I have somewhere. So these are rustic metallic adhesive backs, and these are actually from the new catalog. You'll probably seen it. Some of the people have already started using them. I have not used them because I think that it's not fair for me to like have all the fun and you guys can have the fun. So I'm just going to put a couple here, like in the middle of the flower. Ah, so that's a rebellious one. I don't even know where it went. Oh, look at that. It stick to the other flower. I think I like it better. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. We got one, two, and let's get another one in the middle. Kind of creating that middle of And I think we're done. You like it? Oh, I'm so glad you like it. You want to see the others? Hey, I have to say, I fell in love with this card because can you imagine the options of decorating? And like I said, you don't have to decorate at all. I just like cutting, I think. So you have these, you have that. It's really, really cute. And this is for a really special person. So, and I don't care that this is popping up a little bit because it's going to fit in a bigger envelope, of course. And it has to travel anyway, so the way to Costa Rica. So I did this one, and this is a wedding card that my daughter is going to attend a wedding, and so I made this card for her to take there. And it's using the Calming Camellia, which was from our celebration, one of my favorite flowers. Oh my God, every time I stamp it, it's like a perfect stamp. I don't know how they did that. And using, I think this paper is from the Simply Elegant. And ta-da! And I don't know why, but one of my panels kind of fell off here. I don't know what happened to it, but it fell. So we're going to reconstruct it together. Make sure it's, phew, okay, there it goes. What do you think? Isn't this so cute? I don't know why it's, I think I'm going to have to put extra. And then this is the extra one. And yes, I am using all the stuff I can, and I am still creating Christmas cards. So I decided that for every card I create for a video, if I make a Christmas card, I am able to almost be finished by Christmas time. So hey, Lisa, how are you? So let me show you the card we made. What do you think? I really appreciate you always being here with me. And this is the inside. Do you like it? And these are the other two that I made. So this is using our celebration paper from last year. And this is all the paper. The only stamps I have is this one, and the inside is still using. These are all fussy cut. And this is, I love this paper. It was holographic, I think it's how it's called. So this is the second one. And the other one, I'm still wondering why it still keeps popping apart. Let's see. I think, oh, now you get stuck. Okay, we're going to, since you guys are here with me, let's put some glue in. I don't know why it keeps just not wanting to work. So this, Lisa, is for a wedding that my daughter has to go to. Thank you. Right? I think she's gonna love it. Well, she already saw it. I mean, the recipients. So I may, oops, not backwards. That's not a good idea. It will be much better if it stays in its place. So I'm not sure what's going on with this one. It's so rebellious. There. Ta-da! I love these. This Love Forever was, it's from, I forget what the name of it is. I think it's Retiring. It has some amazing beauty. I know you don't like fussy cutting, but sometimes when you have that paper like this, it's just so cute. And you know, it's kind of, why do I want to go ahead and stamp the penguin, which was a cute penguin, but it's not as cute as this one, or the bear. Yeah, I like this one very much, I have to say. So these are my 3 cards. Thank you guys for being here. I so appreciate you sticking, man, this long video. I'm so sorry about it. So these are our 3 cards that I made for this video, and I do really appreciate you guys being here. You use double face tape and glue. You know, that's gotta be it. But I never had such an issue with them. Like, you see this one stuck. Maybe, I don't know, who knows? Who knows what's going on through their minds? but it's a good idea. That's I put some extra glue in those that were not sticking, because definitely they were starting to drive me insane. You know what? So this is so funny because last night I came to start cutting this one, like all this paper, and this one was like parts of it were out, and I was thinking I have some like elves here that are coming to play with my stuff. I swear to God, I am not lying. I'm like, how did that just pop out on their own? Anyways, it did. So, and it looks like it's still doing, so we'll have to like push it. Thank you so much. I'm really glad you guys enjoy it. And I will be live next Tuesday. I'm trying to stick very, very consistently to Tuesdays at 6 Mountain Time. Don't make me tell you which are the other times, because I come from a place where we don't have different time zones. So I don't want to like confuse you. But I'm really glad that you like it. Thank you for helping me through, Sus. I love it. And thank you, Lisa, for being here. Um, Lisa's been my friend since we met through our Stampin' Up, how is it called? Upline? I don't know. I'm really bad with those technical terms. So, again, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And I hope I see you next Tuesday. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, guys.